My dear friends, welcome back to a DLD ritual. Every year, since the beginning of DLD, we honor an outstanding woman in loving memory of Aenne Burda. This is the ceremony for the Aenne Burda Award for Creative Leadership. The prize has been conferred annually since 2006 in memory of Aenne Burda, a visionary entrepreneur post-World War Germany, who with courage, creativity and drive turned a traditionally printing company into the world's largest fashion publishing house. Amongst the previous laureates are Marissa Meyer, Katharina Fake, Martha Stewart, Esther Dyson, Mitchell Baker, Natalie Massenet, Ayanna Huffington, Vivian Reding, Edith Schlaffer, Auguste von Bayern, and last year, Christiana Figueres. Today we are honoring another creative leader with incredible drive who is seizing the opportunities in Africa. Please welcome Martin Weiss, board member at Hubert Burda Media, great Africa friend, to give the laudatory speech.
Fatoumata represents everything Aenne Burda stood for. A vision for what can be built. The power, the energy, and the persistence to make that vision a reality. And the belief that to make a difference, you need to follow your passion. Fatoumata is the founder and CEO of Janngo, a tech for good platform in Africa. She's passionate about using technology to help the continent leapfrog ahead by empowering women and helping to strengthen small and medium-sized enterprises across the African continent. The goal is to create a network effect for positive change. Prior to launching Janngo, Fatoumata worked at e-commerce company Jumia, of course the first African unicorn that ever came into existence, serving as the Ivory Coast CEO, a managing director in Nigeria, and a member of the executive committee at the African level. There she helped to drive the performance of over 130 operations in over 30 countries. More than 3,000 jobs were created directly and more than 70,000 jobs were created indirectly. Over 500,000 SMEs across Africa were connected as partners into that ecosystem. While at Jumia, Fatoumata launched a program to equip Nigerian housewives with tablets to help the e-commerce distribution of goods. This made these women become part of a business where they're earning up to twice the average local salary. And many have told Fatoumata that they have earned back their dignity in their own household by being able to significantly contribute to their family's income. Her new venture, Janngo, builds digital ecosystems in high-growth sectors by providing support to small and medium-sized enterprises, which are, of course, the backbone of the African economy. The goal is to help these SMEs to scale and to contribute to the economic empowerment of youth and women through job creation and capacity building. Through this approach, Janngo, which means future, hopes to create inclusive economic models for tomorrow, generating both profits and positive social impact. One of Janngo's first priorities is to help solve logistics issues for SMEs. The extremely high cost of logistics in Africa, that's up to 75% of the total cost, versus about 6 to 7% on a global scale. Now that is a huge challenge. Farmers and local producers are often forced to sell off their crop at ridiculously low prices, or let them even rot in the fields. As a first step, Janngo has launched J'Export, a turnkey import-export digital platform to help SMEs in the Ivory Coast accelerate the integration into regional and into global value chains. Fatoumata says Janngo helps her to achieve what the Japanese call ikigai, your reason for being. Matching what she loves, her passion and her mission, what she is good at, and what she can be paid to do, combined with what the world really, really needs. And she says she's just getting started. She envisages launching a variety of services to help African SMEs, and the continent itself reaches full potential. Fatoumata's career and commitment have been rewarded with several distinctions, including the World Economic Forum's Young Global Leaders Award and the Forbes Africa 30 Under 30. It is skilled, passionate, and energetic women like her that Africa needs to build a bright future for the continent. Today, DLD is immensely proud to bestow her with the Aenne Burda Award 2019. Congratulations, Fatoumata. Watch out, this thing is really heavy.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for your words. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Steffi, for having me. Thank you, Hubert, for having me.
I'm just worried.
You know, interestingly enough, tomorrow I think Sharon Sandberg will be on stage. And it's someone I relate to because of certain parts of her life when she asks key questions. And one of the questions that she has in Leaning is, what would you do if you were not afraid? And I was always so clear on having my own answer, which is, if I wasn't afraid, I will go and chase my dreams to leverage technology, deliver impact while being successful and making money, returning the money to investors, hopefully, and take this leap of faith. And the second thing I relate to is the imposter syndrome that she described. And I was like, why me after her or after Ariana Huffington? And the reason why I decided to not shy away and come on stage and accept this, I believe, is that this recognition is truly bigger than myself. And I think it first goes to a series of women who have incredibly inspired me and motivated me and showed the way to achieve this. And the first of them is my mother, Fatoumata, in Dakar. She doesn't know that I'm getting this today. My mother was born to a family of 11 siblings as a first child. She carried all of them on her back while juggling with errands, helping her mother, going to school, always being top of class. But she never got access to the opportunities and education opportunities that I got ultimately. But she's today the hardest working person that I know, the person with the highest work ethics and integrity. And she truly shows me what commitment and generosity means. So, Mommy, this is for you. Thank you for her. And I think the second woman, or actually team of women that comes to my mind, are all the amazing team and colleagues, female, incredibly hardworking and inspiring that I met during my time at Jumia and Janngo. I always felt that I had to, play leadership by a playbook. And they taught me that followership came also as a recognition as my authenticity. So thanks for this first lesson. They also taught me that followership came as a result of exemplarity. I was not afraid to fight any battle because I know they will be here and fighting hard with me. And funnily enough, I have 3 brothers, but I grew up making so many sisters, and I truly believe in the power of sorority. So thank you, Billy, that I met this morning, that happened to be actually German. Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Diana. Thank you to all these amazing women that also made Jumia and Janngo so successful. Thank you, Bita, thank you, Aenne, thank you, Antonia. And last but not least, I think this is a recognition of all these fantastic women entrepreneurs that do not make it on stage on fancy and prestigious conferences. We have the continent that has the highest rate of female entrepreneurs, more than 27%. But I also have to confess that it is sometimes out of necessity, and sometimes it's very frugal entrepreneurship, very frugal innovation. And I'm every day inspired by the mom-and-pop store owners in Nairobi. I'm every day inspired by the J-Force agents in Nigeria. I'm inspired by the women surviving doing catering in Senegal. And I believe that these women are the ones making and driving forward not only part of our informal economy, but putting values and our communities sticking together. And I believe that I was lucky enough to have access to some opportunities. First of all, education, and then technology that enable me build a career and a path for myself. And that's why I cannot see my life in a different way than building opportunities for myself, but mostly for others. Because they are even more talented than I am, trust me. And if they were given a chance to be born in the right place, to have access to these opportunities, they will be here getting all these Aenne Burda awards before me. And I believe that what Janngo is trying to achieve today, I could not be more optimistic and more brave, because I get this inspiration and energy because of this meaning and the mission of this cause, which is, I think, very noble, but which is not wishful thinking. It's happening. We are delivering platforms that are creating a very tangible benefit economically for the many, that are creating jobs. They are even sometimes solving problems that are access to funding, because they build, for instance, a track record with us online that enable them to go after and apply for a loan offline. And this transformative change can be systematic. It is scalable. And we need people like you in this room to convey this belief in this necessity of believing in optimism and courage. And that's why I was proud to make it. And when Steffi told me, Fatou, you need to come at DLD and share that message. Thank you again for this recognition. But again, this is not for me. This is for my mom. This is for all my amazing colleagues. And this is for the female African entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
I say some words. Thank you. Thank you. Dear Father, just some words about, this is not my mother. This is a Greek head of the 3 centuries before Christ. And as you've seen, it was given to many, many successful women like Vivian Redding, member. Hello, welcome. Wunderbar. Many of you have seen the film of Aenne Burda in December and could see what a strong woman she was. And as you can see, I survived. It was a tough time in this family, you know, competition between the 2 parents and the 3 brothers. But this is not an interesting object. The object is that Martin Weiss, where are you?
I'm here, not running away.
You are the biggest school book printer
in Africa. Indeed, Burda Media has a very large printing plant in India, and we supply
in India,
and we supply the African continent with school books.
How many?
Well, we print about 15,000 tons. I don't know how much in books that actually is, but it is a whole lot, and we're supplying
35 million books.
Absolutely.
35 million books are printed in India and distributed in Africa. So we are the biggest school book printer in the world, and this is our contribution for education.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.